At the William Wells Brown Elementary School in Lexington's East End, students, teachers, parents, and supporters are celebrating the school's very first science fair. One fourth grader tells us the title of his group's project and what they learned.
My name is Darius Lane and I'm in fourth grade. Swish or brush. We're seeing if mouthwash or toothpaste kills more bacteria in the mouth. We worked for 3 days with petri dishes, and we recorded our bacteria growth for 3 days. We used a scientific method.
Darius had other students in his group working on the project at this event organized by science teacher Kim Sword. Jaiwan George was also in the Swish or Brush group.
My name is Jaiwan. I'm using mouthwash and toothpaste. Which one works better?
And what were your findings?
That mouthwash works better than toothpaste. Our hypothesis was that toothpaste kills more bacteria than mouthwash.
Jaiwan's mother, Wendy George, was about one of 200 people who attended the science fair at the school at 555 5th Street.
He's worked hard to do the project. I mean, they did a whole lot of experimenting, mouthwash, brush teeth, swabbing. So it's been good.
Science teacher Kim Sword had help in organizing the fair from University of Kentucky PhD student Cagney Coomer, who runs Nerd Squad and is from the East End herself.
My name is Cagney Coomer, and Nerd Squad is a STEM nonprofit, and we do community outreach by bringing exposure to science, and we do supplemental tutoring. And how did I help on this project? Basically, I came to the school and I brought some science experiments, and I asked them what did they think about what did they think a scientist was, and they told me. And then so I had this idea. I was like, well, what about germs? What do y'all know about germs? And they told me all this stuff. So I said, well, go home and come up with a question, a burning desire that you always wanted to know about germs, and bring it back. So they did, and then they brought them back, and we came up with hypotheses to those burning questions, and they did experiments, and really all I did was biomaterial. Well, they learned about bacteria, they learned about using cultures, and they learned about being sterile because they had to keep from getting their media contaminated. They learned about forming hypotheses. They learned the whole scientific method. They learned graphing. They did pretty much a little bit of everything. They counted colonies. I know grown-ups have never done this kind of serious experiment. It was a real experiment. They did everything they were supposed to do. Well, I'm getting my PhD at UK in molecular and cellular and developmental biology. And how did I started this actually before I was getting my PhD when I was working in another lab. It's because when I go out and I see places and I see, like, we used to do science outreach, we never went to any of these schools. I used to wonder, well, why don't we go to those schools? They're like, I never even heard of William Wells Brown. You never heard of William Wells Brown? No, we didn't know that school existed. So I feel like, well, if they're not going to come to the school and bring the science, I have access to all of this stuff just like they do. Why wouldn't I get up and do it? I'm not afraid to come here. I know about William Wells Brown. I know about this community. So I'll bring the science. I'll bring the exposure. I can relate. They enjoy it. It's fun. They're amazing. They're brilliant. Why wouldn't somebody want to be here to help them flourish and develop their minds?
Well, tell me this, are you yourself from the East End, from the North Side?
I was born around the corner.
Coomer organized a group of 12 students from Tates Creek High School who came to William Wells Brown to tutor the students and help with their projects. Another UK graduate student also helps.
Okay, and can you tell me about the table you have here?
So I'll be helping out with the demonstration. It's kind of a fun science demo, extracting DNA from bananas.
William Wells Brown Elementary received attention earlier this year when it received the lowest ranking of any school in Kentucky on the measures that the Commonwealth uses to evaluate schools. But throughout the building are signs that the students are improving. Efforts like the Science Night collaboration between Nerd Squad and the school brought together UK students, strong community support, high school tutors, parents, and volunteer judges. Science Night seems to be a major step in the right direction. Jaiwan's mother gave her reaction to her son's statement that he might want to be a scientist.
Do what you do. If that's what you want to be in life, I'm encouraging and stand behind them 100%.
This is Khaki Urch recording for WLXL. We're covering the William Wells Brown Science Fair tonight in the north side of Lexington.